Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Kim. Today is Monday, November 15th, 2021. And we begin with 2 great reasons to keep your eyes on the skies this week. Over the course of 6 hours, Thursday into Friday, the moon will slip into Earth's shadow for the longest partial lunar eclipse in nearly 600 years. According to NASA, the best viewing will be at 4 a.m. Eastern Time Friday, when the moon's face will be 97% covered, and the sliver that's left behind glows a deep red. And while Friday gets top billing, there's a pretty cool celestial warm-up. The Leonid meteor showers will peak just before dawn Wednesday, when our planet passes through what's left of the comet Tempel-Tuttle. The debris that whizzes past Earth will look like fireworks, with as many as 15 shooting stars every hour. One little Antarctic penguin really could have used a map. Maybe it was a wrong turn, maybe just misadventure, but the young Adélie waddled onto a New Zealand beach last week after swimming an exhausting 1,800 miles. Surprised locals named the hungry and tuckered-out traveler Pingu after the Swiss-British cartoon. Luckily, the Christchurch Penguin Rehabilitation was able to rehydrate the youngster with fish smoothies and release it on its way. According to a penguin expert, it's common for these water birds to go for long swims. It's just rare they go this far and then manage to find New Zealand's small islands in the middle of the vast South Pacific. 11-year-old Addison Whelan is a huge fan of soccer star Ronaldo. So much so, the Irish tween and her dad plotted a way for her to storm the pitch after a World Cup qualifying match in the hopes of an unscheduled meet and greet. Thanks to Addison's speed, which she credits to the sprints her own soccer coach makes her do, she evaded security to almost reach the superstar. When Ronaldo saw the commotion, he waved off the guards, and Addison, in pigtails, glasses, and tears, got her chance to ask him for his sweaty, grass-stained jersey. He happily obliged, but then there was the issue of the on-field invasion, which is a no-no. Addison told reporters that her dad was willing to pay the $4,000 fine. Lucky for him, he won't have to. The Football Association of Ireland has forgiven the fee, at least this time. Taylor Swift had a very busy weekend. The pop star took the stage as Saturday Night Live's musical guest, breaking the show's traditional 2-song format to play just one, a new 10-minute version of fan favorite All Too Well. Her appearance was a hit, but it wasn't all smooth sailing. On Friday morning, hundreds of hopeful Swifties swarmed Rockefeller Center for tickets to the show. The chaos left at least one fan injured. Part of the frenzy might have come from the drop of Swift's re-recorded Red album just hours earlier, a surprise promo for her SNL appearance, and a 15-minute film short for All Too Well, starring Dylan O'Brien and Stranger Things' Sadie Sink. And Taylor's not done yet. This morning, she's releasing a video for I Bet You Think About Me, Taylor's version, directed by one of her best friends, Blake Lively. Is COVID keeping you off Santa's lap again this year? Well, now there's an app with a festive alternative. The big man has teamed up with Cameo and Coke to deliver free personalized videos from the North Pole. Of course, Santa's pretty busy building toys and mapping out deliveries, so he has to cap his naughty and nice greetings to 1,500. Interested in being one of them? Head to coca-cola.com/holiday-hub by tomorrow and sign up for a chance. Before we get ahead of ourselves, though, let's not forget about Thanksgiving. It's next week, and preps for the big Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade are in full swing. The giant balloons were tested in New York City over the weekend with 6 new additions, including Baby Yoda, Pikachu, and Ada Twist. And last week, we told you about an athlete who ran 6 marathons in 6 weeks. Impressive, but now comes word of Alyssa Clark, who ran 26.2 miles every day for 95 straight days. The Vermont woman says her Guinness record started as a way to challenge herself during lockdowns. She had hoped to reach 100 consecutive days, but tested positive for COVID and had to call it quits at 95. She's since recovered and is looking to run the 335-mile Pinhoti Trail between Alabama and Georgia next. That's it for Kid News this morning. Now, today's Kid News quiz. What historic celestial event takes place early Friday morning? The longest partial lunar eclipse in 600 years. A penguin swam how far from the Antarctic to New Zealand? 1,800 miles. How many new giant balloons will be in this year's Thanksgiving Day parade in New York City? 6. How many marathons did a Vermont woman run in the span of 95 days? 95. In today's Kid News Kicker, it's like it knew. A Brazilian cow with a not-so-bright future bolted from his ranch 500 miles west of Rio de Janeiro and made it to a nearby water park. But he didn't just pop in for a visit. Video shows the massive mooer climbing a ladder and taking a ride down one of the water slides. The weight limit for the slide is 450 pounds, but somehow, someway, it didn't buckle under the heifer's 700-pound hide. The spontaneous adventure earned the animal a lifelong reprieve. The owner reportedly told iHeartRadio that the cow will now become the family's pet. Before we go, we want to shout out our awesome teachers and their students, starting with Ms. Aiden's class at Stall Elementary in San Antonio, Texas, to California for Mrs. Mercado at Belvedere Elementary in Highland, Ms. Pritchard at Anna Kirschgater in Sacramento, and Ms. Colicchio and her Lynx at Lynn Haven in Campbell, Mrs. Madsen at Doty Elementary in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and Ms. Rendeck at St. Margaret's in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Thanks for listening, everyone. Please consider a donation to keep us on the air and ad-free. And we'll see you back here for more Kid News tomorrow morning.